What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a minute since I've uploaded a video, so I apologize for that. It's been very busy around here, but today we have a video that I thought was important to share with you guys. We are not in my garage, so let me explain exactly what's going on. Or I should say, I'm not in the typical garage where I'm doing car work for fun, because this happened to be a situation that wasn't so fun based on the description and title of this video, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so here it is, my 2004 Saab 9.5 Aero. This car now has almost 218,000 miles on it. It's been a really great year of this car. I mean, if you guys haven't been following the build, we've done a lot of maintenance work to this car, a lot of repairs, a lot of things have broken throughout the year, but overall it's been a pleasure to have this car as a daily driver. I mean, this car is on the road every single day. Over 20,000 miles at this point since we've had the car, 22,000 miles. And today I was driving home from New York City in traffic, and I was driving a little bit of aggressive, and one of the times on the highway I accelerated really hard, and sure enough I saw a big poof of white smoke behind my car, and everything was fine. The smoke kept going, and all of a sudden the coolant light came on. So obviously we had blown a coolant line, and luckily it's not 80 or 100 degrees anymore, and it's like 50s and low 60s. So I was able to drive the car almost home, about 10 miles actually on the highway at the high rate of speed that I was doing. It did very well in terms of keeping the temperature exactly where it needed to be. But as soon as I got off the highway, that's when the elevation of the temperature started to rise. So I limped the car to my house, not back to my parents', because it was closer for me to bring it here. And that's why the car is here. And we are going to fix the car here because it's not that big of a deal. We have two coolant hoses. These are the two coolant hoses that tend to break. The most common hoses, besides for, hold on, I'll explain this here. Let me get the light on. So besides for the bypass valve, which is underneath here, you guys can see everything is still wet with coolant. Besides for that going bad, the other coolant leak that's very common is the upper radiator hose here, which we've replaced already when we first got the car. Now the other radiator hose or block heater core hose that can go bad is the one that sits right here, right where my finger is. In fact, if you guys look carefully in there, you'll see right where my finger is. Actually, right, let me get the light in there, right? Let's see, right here, if you guys can see this whole entire hose completely cracked open, and that's where the coolant leak is. So we gotta remove this over here, and that goes back to the bypass valve for the heater core. So we're gonna go ahead and disassemble that, and then tomorrow morning a new hose should arrive at the store. It's about 30 bucks. I paid it probably a little bit of a premium to get it for tomorrow, but it's okay. We need this car back on the road. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that hose. It goes here and then all the way back, like I said, right over to the bypass valve, which is right where my hand is in the back there. So I'm gonna get a little dirty. I'm not going to be filming all of this because it's a lot of unnecessary filming. Alright guys, just to make sure you know, I just removed this harness here to the ECU to get access to the bypass valve right underneath there. So here is the old hose in the trash bin here. You guys can see that nice crack that formed on that. So we'll go ahead tomorrow, get the new one in. Should be 15-20 minutes here to get this off, and then 15-20 minutes to get the new one on. So realistically about 30 minutes depending on how good you are of accessing everything so quickly. So should be done in like 15 minutes from here. So stay tuned. I'll give you guys an update when we're driving this thing tomorrow. It is the next day, boys and girls. Got our new hose here. Gonna toss the old one like we said. And we're gonna go ahead and quickly install this. It should be pretty straightforward, just to pop it all back into place, fill it up with fluid, and get her started. All right, boys, literally 5 minutes, got everything back together. So we're just gonna fill this up with fresh fluids. We already got a 50-50 mix in this container here, so we'll just top the rest of this container off, or polish it off, I should say. And then we'll mix another 50-50 in here, water, concentrate. And once I get this in there, I'll turn the car on. Let's rock it out. Alright, we're not getting heat yet, but as soon as I threw coolant in the system, the temp gauge dropped, which means we gotta go take this thing around the block, get the system to suck that coolant through the system for the heater core here. Let's keep you guys updated. Alright, as soon as I started driving, the heat came on, so that's a good thing. Stay nice and hot here real quick. Set. We got heat, so that's a good thing. Alright, we are back in the right driveway. Heat is nice and toasty. Car running good. So I'm just gonna burp the system one more time. As you can see, it took some fluid down, so that's a good thing. And we'll just top it off with some fresh fluids with water. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just degrease and clean this engine bay so it doesn't smell like coolant. Let's rock it out. All right, boys, that is a wrap. Nice and cleaned up, topped off, ready to go. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of more miles ready to go. So I'll see you guys next video. Stay tuned for more. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you guys haven't already followed me at Pancis, please do so on Instagram. If you guys have any questions, you guys can reach out to me there. And I'll see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.